everyone, it's Jess, and today I am going to be taking all of the eyeshadow palettes and face palettes that I own and putting them into one look, because why not? So I have 12 eyeshadow palettes in front of me and 4 face palettes also in front of me, and I'm going to use them all. Alright, let's get started. So first, I'm going to be taking my Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs palette from Besame Cosmetics on a Morphe B80. Yeah. Guru hand makes an appearance. Ew, I hated that I just said that. I'm going to select kind of a base shade. So we're going to take this top corner Pastel 10 and put that kind of all over the eyelid, pretty much up to the brow bone. Wish me luck. So next I'm going to go into the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette, and on that same Morphe B80. Yeah, B80? Yes. So I'm going to tap into these 2 shades, which are called Faint and MFEO, whatever that means. And I'm going to put those in my crease. Alright, so we're done with that. And we may come back to some of these if we need to, and I doubt we'll need to because I have 12 palettes for my eyes. So next, I'm taking the Besame Cosmetics Agent Carter eyeshadow palette, and I'm going into the shade Midnight Oil, which is really, really dark. Oh well. So I'm going to take this random fluffy crease brush that has no label on it, because it just doesn't. So I'm going very, very lightly and tapping off any and all excess, because this is a really dark shade and we have a lot more to do. Alright, so that's done. Next, I'm going into the Lorac Mega Pro 2 palette that is very old and dirty, as you can see. And I'm going to put one of these colors on my eyeballs. Yeah, this is a well-loved palette. And I'm going into the shade. Here, I'm going to take the shade Saddle up here, and also on that random label-less brush, I am gonna stick that also in the crease. Alright, so we finished with that palette. Alright, so we're down to 8 eyeshadow palettes now. Golly. So on the fluffy end of this Urban Decay brush that came in the Vice 4 palette, which I do have in front of me, I'm going to take this Too Faced Christmas in New York Merry Macarons palette, and I'm going to take the shade Almond Mocha and put that in the kind of outer corner bit of the crease. Next, I'm going into the Morphe 35F palette, which is like mostly shimmers except for the bottom row. And I am taking this very small flat elf brush. So I'm going into this shade right here They don't have names, which bugs me. Anyways, I'm gonna use that as a brow bone highlight. So that's done. I don't know if you can see, but I guess when I like brushed my hair back with my hand, I had like some eyeshadow and like on my pinky or something, and you can see that I have like a little bit of eyeshadow there. So I'm gonna sweep that away. Alright, so I've still got 6 eyeshadow palettes that I still haven't used. Don't you worry, I'm gonna. So next I am taking the Smashbox Cover Shot Bold palette, and I am mixing the blue and the green on this flat elf brush. Alright, so that's done. Next, I am going into this Fiona Styles quad. Like blue-green shades that are lovely. But what am I going to do with them? So I'm taking this like teal-green shade on the other end of this Urban Decay brush, and I'm gonna put that on the outer part of my eyelid. Alright, so the Fiona Styles palette is done. Next, I'm going to be going into this Urban Decay Shadow Box palette, and I'm going into the blue, the blue and green shade on this flat brush that I think came in an Ulta eyeshadow palette that I got rid of. And I'm going to put those on my lower lash line. Next, I'm going into the Lorac Pirates of the Caribbean palette, and I'm using this shade, what shade are you? Black Pearl, and I'm going to put that kind of in between the, kind of where these two colors meet. And then there were 2. Alright, next I'm going into the Vice 4 palette, and I'm taking the shade C Note, and I'm putting that on the inner quarter of my eyelids. I'm using this flat Ulta brand brush. So I'm down to the last eyeshadow palette, and it is the Tarte Graveyard Girl Swamp Queen palette. And on this e.l.f. just blending brush, I am going to take the shade Gator Wings, and I'm going to put that on my inner corner as my inner corner highlight. Okay, so eyeshadow palettes are all used. Now I'm going to use all of my face palettes, which is going to be a lot easier because there are only 4 of them. First, I'm going to use this Becca palette, and I'm going to use this shade right here as bronzer. And I'm going to take this giant Real Techniques powder brush, and I'm going to dip in to that shade, and I'm going to really tap off everything and bronze my face. Next, I am going to further contour my face with this disgusting looking Lorac Pro Contour Palette. And on just the brush that came with it, I'm going to take the light contour shade and contour with it. So now I'm going to switch brushes and do my nose contour on a Morphe E47. Contour's done, so now I'm going to go into my Lorac Pirates of the Caribbean face palette, and I'm going to use the blush, which is called Caribbean, and I'm going to use this Real Techniques blush brush. Yeah. So the last palette I have left to use is the Kat Von D Alchemist palette, and this is what I'm going to use as highlighter. So on a Morphe Y14, I am going to mix all of the shades together and highlight my face with it. Okay, so that's done. Now I'm just going to finish everything off with liner and mascara and some lipstick. And we'll see where we are. Alright, so that is the finished look. This is what you get when you use 12 eyeshadow palettes and 4 face palettes at one time. And I'm going to get a little bit closer so you can see a little better what we've got going on. And she's saying, "How you doing?" Ew. I hated that. I don't think it's that bad. You know, I don't think it's bad. It's like milk that's one day past its expiration. It's like, it's not that bad. Alright, that's all I have for you. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. I will be posting new videos every week. And leave a comment. I'd love to hear from you. You can also follow me on Twitter and Instagram at UnusuallyJess. I will leave that stuff in the description below. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.